Good morning, everybody. It's another episode of Intellectually Honest, unedited, uncut, and we're going to get right into it. These finals have been one of the best finals since 2016, probably the best finals since 2016. All-time finals type plays, blocks, last game-winning, game-clinching alley-oops, clutch steals, clutch shots on both sides, for multiple 40-point performances on both sides. Two teams that are like so evenly matched that the games are decided by one or two mistakes made by either team, and nobody cares. Nobody cares because there's no super teams, it's no Curry, it's no LeBron. The ratings are down 34%. That's not good. I think the NBA has done a very poor job of marketing other stars. Other stars besides, Curry and LeBron. I think that it's done a poor job of marketing like the smaller teams, the smaller market teams. Because like I said before, and I kind of hinted at it before, when I was talking about Lonzo Ball being pursued by the Lakers. The NBA isn't like the NFL where the teams are the brands. Like the Cowboys are trash every year almost, but the fans show up. The Packers only got one Super Bowl. They have two of the best quarterbacks in NFL history, only got one Super Bowl apiece from each quarterback. But those fans keep showing up. You know what I'm saying? Chicago Bears. The teams are the brand. But the NBA relies heavily on its individual stars. And when it finds some stars to market, to push, they push the hell out of those stars. And they kind of let everything else fall by the wayside. And it's coming back to bite them now because none of those stars that they market are in the finals. And the stars that even though Giannis has a chance to put himself in that conversation, in that KD, LeBron, Curry conversation, if he wins, nobody cares. The NBA needs a new face. They need something that the fans care about. They need an attraction. I went back and watched the old Space Jam movie with Jordan this past weekend. After I watched the LeBron one in theaters, then I went and watched the Jordan one to compare and contrast. And it's like with the dude on the Martians, the Monstars, their boss, what he said, they need new attractions. The NBA needs new attractions. LeBron is getting old, man. Curry is getting old. KD is getting old. It's no guarantee that they're gonna be in the finals every year. As we see this year, their bodies break down. It's no guarantee that the fans are gonna have something that they care about. Which leads me to my second point. The Ball brothers could save the NBA. Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, LiAngelo Ball could save the NBA. I wasn't convinced for a while. That's why I never spoke on it. I wasn't convinced that they could all end up on one team so soon. And I'm still skeptical because that's just how I am. But things really do seem to be falling into place. Like LiAngelo Ball, it's real footage of him, working out with the team. That's crazy. And it's not like he didn't seem awkward being there. It's like everybody was normal. Everybody was natural. They're used to seeing him there. And I didn't think, and it really looks like he's gonna end up on that roster. LaMelo Ball he's changing his number back to number 1. He's going to be wearing number 1. And what does that do? It frees up number 2. Number 2 for who? Come on, man. Everything's falling into place. And that it's like, I didn't believe it could happen, but it's happening. And if that happens, if all 3 Ball brothers get on the same team, I sound like LeVar, I know. Excuse me, I just left the gym. Just got off work. You know how it goes. I sound like LeVar. But if all 3 Ball brothers get on the same team, that will forget LeBron, forget Curry, forget KD, forget Kawhi, forget Paul George, forget all them guys. The Ball brothers being on the same team will be the story of the NBA next season. You understand what I'm saying? It will be the story of the NBA. And if they're good, like if Lonzo Ball still has a breakout season because he's back with his brothers, if LiAngelo Ball proves that he's more than just, like he's not just the other brother, like he's like one of them ones, like he's like JJ Redick type sniper, you know what I'm saying? JJ Redick with size, a big, strong JJ Redick. Are you for real? Like, dude, like that could save the NBA. That will finally give the NBA a monkey branch of sorts to latch on to, with LeBron James kind of aging out, with these current stars kind of aging out. You know what I'm saying? You got your Luka, you got your Zion, but you know them guys. Luka maybe. But Zion, I think he's just on too small of a market. I think like the Pelicans just one of those teams that you can't. That's weird. Like I don't feel like you can market the Pelicans. Like you cannot make me a Pelicans fan. But the Ball brothers all being in North Carolina, in Charlotte, you can convince, because Charlotte isn't like, you know what I'm saying? The fact that Michael Jordan is the owner, the fact that all this hype kind of started with LeVar saying that he could beat Jordan 101, the fact that it would be so poetic, so ironic that all his sons end up playing for Jordan. Like the story writes itself. The story writes itself. Like, and if they're good, if they're in the playoffs, if they go on a little run in the playoffs, can you imagine? The NBA's ratings problem would be solved. They could solve the problem. They would give a new, and all those guys are young, they would give a new fresh faces for fans to rally behind. You know? Because I'm going to be real with you. I don't think LiAngelo is trash. Like I seen some people saying he needs to embrace like a PJ Tucker type role. Nah. I legit think LiAngelo Ball is can be just as good as like a Chris Middleton. I think he has that kind of pure stroke in his shot, in his game, beyond what PJ Tucker can do. You know, I think he's that. Especially now that he's chiseled up and leaned up. Like I think that we're selling LiAngelo Ball really, really short. You know, and like I said, with it looking like he's really gonna play on the team, on the Hornets, and like the Melo changing his jersey number back to number 1, opening that number 2 spot up for that number 2 jersey up for Lonzo. Like it's just, if this happened, it's good for everybody. It's good for the NBA. It's good for these sports shows because LeVar is gonna be back on TV talking his shit. It's good for everything. Look, Skip Bayless may finally be able to stop talking about LeBron. He's spent the last 16 years doing it. Like maybe he can finally put that to rest, and we can move on to something new and fresh. But the NBA, remember, the NBA hates LeVar, so we'll see how that goes. But I just think it's a travesty. You know, you know, that we have literally one of the greatest NBA Finals performances going on and nobody cares. Because the NBA doesn't know how to move on from stars. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Ball brothers it's gonna be. I think that it's so crazy. The Ball brothers are gonna be right on time to save the NBA. If it happens, I promise you, I will be tapped into every single game. It's exciting stuff. It's an exciting time to be a Ball family fan. It's an exciting time to be an NBA fan. It's an exciting time to be a fan of things that you haven't, you know, of new things, you know. So this is Intellectually Honest, signing out. Like, comment, subscribe.